All right, Pastor, we're going to talk about how to update your WordPress website. You probably know these things, but I'm going to go through just a little bit of everything so you understand where the pieces are and how they all fit together. All right, this is Preston Highlands, basic setup. This part up here is called the header, so that information comes out in your theme. Your theme is what dictates what this looks like, whether it's black or white or has a picture on it, whatever that is. This section here is called navigation, and so this is where your nav bar, your navigation is set up. It's where people find out where to click on. This part over here on the side is called your sidebar, and this is called the body, or a page. This would be a page. So this is the main page. You have an about page, a contact page, a ministries page, etc. Okay, so this is how it's set up. If you're looking to change something, if you want to change something over here, you need to go to your widgets, and we'll talk about where that's at and everything. If you want to change something here, you go to that page, which would be your main page. If you want to change something on your about page, you go to your about page. Now, when you log in, you're going to type in your domain. This would be prestonhighlands.com, and then you're going to put WP admin after it. Let me show you how that looks right quick. WP admin. WP login sometimes works, but admin will always work. So put your domain, then WP admin, you'll come up with this, and you should have your username and your password. You'll log in. When you log in, you'll come to your dashboard. This is your dashboard. Real basic stuff. Posts are blog posts. They show up differently than pages. Okay, media is where you can upload pictures and photos and stuff, but I'll show you an easier way to do that. And then here's your pages. For instance, let's go to pages. And we have about and leadership, and we're going to upload a picture of the pastor for this page, which I stole from Facebook, which I hope is okay, but that's okay. And here's where we're going to load it. What we're going to do is we're going to click right here before the photo, before the text that you have on the page, and we're going to click up here. It says Add Media. And you go upload photos. You can select them. You can drag them onto this, or you can get them directly from here. And so I'm just going to go directly to my folder where I have these. So you'll just have to remember where you put that information so you can find it. Give me just a second. And I'm going to upload this photo. Now when the photo uploads, you'll get to get a picture of it. You'll see how big it is here. And then this right here is how it's going to show up on the page. If you want it to be center, right, left, we'll show you that. If you want to link to a special page, you can do this. So we can make it link to the attachment page. That way it won't link just to that picture. You can do full size. Sometimes it'll be a medium. A thumbnail is going to cut off edges, so I would stick to medium. Sometimes I'll give you different sizes depending on how big it is. This is a good size picture, so we'll just use full size. And then we'll click right here. It says Insert into Page. Okay, now since we did center, it shows up here on the top. If I do it on the left, see this button right here? If I click on left, it's going to scoot it over. If I click on right, it's going to scoot it over here. Now if I scoot it over here, I can take hold of these, and just like a Word document, I can make this smaller or bigger as I need. Okay, so you can see how that works out. And you'll have to play with it, what works best for you and everything. Editing it, you don't have to worry about it unless you want to change it. If you want to change a picture, the best thing to do is delete the picture and re-add it. Now when you update a page, you always have to hit update. So that's how you add media or pictures onto your page. When you're working on the text, right here, this little button here, make sure you're not on this person. If you see a lot of things you don't understand, click over here to the visual, and that'll take care of that for you. And what we're going to do though is we're going to take this right here, and we're just going to make that a slightly different font. Now see these headings 1, 2, 3, you see how they get smaller? Well, the heading 1, think about it like a newspaper. A big heading, then it has a smaller heading, then a smaller heading. So for this one, we're just going to do a heading 2, and that'll make that one a little bit bigger. See how it got bigger for us? All right, so that makes it run a little bit easier. Same thing with this. We might want to emphasize the fact there's an email address there. Something like that. I don't know. We're just kind of playing around with how we want this to look. And hopefully we'll get pictures of all these people. And bold. So this works if you're on the visual content. If you don't see all this stuff, you may have to click this little button here. That turns off and on the rest of those things. But I can change the color of these. Whoopsie, I didn't mean to make that bold. We just unbold it. Maybe we want this to be blue or green or purple. Right here is text color. We can do right or left, we can underline it, we can make it a quote, we can center it, we can do all those things. And if you want to make it a link to a different page, this is where you're going to click on this, and that'll actually link it to a different page. You're going to open new content. So you'll have to have the link to that page ready to go, and you'll just paste it in here. This has a link to your mail, so we won't worry about that. And then, of course, we're going to update the page. Now, I'm going to show you a little trick here you want to be aware of. Once you've hit update, see it says view page, open that in a new tab. That way you can keep this one up in case you don't like the way it looks, and we're going to look at it on our page, and that's how it's going to look. So that looks okay. We may want the picture, instead of going right there, we may want it to go down here a little bit, so we're just going to grab this photo, and we're going to move it down to here. Sometimes it's going to be finicky with us, and that's okay. But you should be able to drag this photo wherever you want it to be. You'll see your bars come together and everything. You hit update, make sure this goes through, and you'll refresh this to see how it looks. But we can adjust that. So that's how you add a photo. If you want to add a page, it's a little bit different. So let me go ahead and show you how to add a page. So we're going to go here, add new. So let's say I wanted a page. We're just going to call it testing, just for the fun of it. Here's a new page. All right, so we're going to publish this side that says here's a new page. Now if we go to our main page here, we can click on our main name of our church. You'll see that that page is not showing up in our navigation. So we have to tell the web page that we want that to show up in our navigation. That's a little bit tricky, but let me show you how to work that. Go over here to Appearance, and you're going to scroll down here to Menus. This Menus is where you change this part right here. These are your menus, okay? So we're going to open that, Appearance, Menus, and here's the menu structure. This is your main menu structure. So we see right there is the page we just added. We're going to click on that, click on Add to Menu, and that's going to put it right here. Okay, this is in order, so if I want to move them around, I can do that. If they're scooted in, they go under something else. If they're scooted out, they go above something else. So for now, I'm just going to put this right here after Explore God. I'm going to hit Save Menu. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to hit Refresh. And you see it's right there. That's how you add a menu. Of course, if you don't want it there, you just click on it and remove it. You can also change the title if you want it to be something else here, even if that is different, so that's not a big deal. And lastly, I want to talk about these little sidebar things here. This is called a widget. Okay, so let me show you where these widgets are. If you go to the widget now on this page, it's a little bit different. See the widgets right there above menus? Okay, well, we're going to stay on this page. It's telling us we forgot to save now that we took that off, so we need to save that so that testing one doesn't still show up there. Okay. But if you don't put that in the menu, it won't show up anywhere. That's the good thing about it. Widgets, click on widgets, and yours probably won't be so complicated. This one's kind of complicated just because this one has a bunch of different widget areas. But the only one you need to worry about on this page is your page right sidebar. Remember, this is a page. This is on the right side. So all of these things right here are in that widget. So if we look here, here's the text, and these are codes because it has a picture and a link there. Sometimes they're fancy. This is a code because this is where the Google Maps are, and this is a Wordpress, which is a program that works to put your things on there. But you can put a custom menu, you can put a calendar, you can put all kinds of things on there. Hopefully you'll have somebody that'll help you out with these kind of things, but this should give you a good overview. You should be able to hand this video off to one of your workers, somebody who will learn this a little bit better. They can search on YouTube or whatever and find all kinds of videos on WordPress. But hopefully this will give a good overview of how to update your page, how to add pages, and so forth. So hopefully this helps you out, and I think that'll cover it. Have a great day, Pastor.